Welcome. Today we're unpacking the key leadership lessons from Robert Iger's autobiographical book, The Ride of a Lifetime. In this video, we'll explore Iger's path through 6 distinct chapters. We'll start with his humble beginnings. Then, see how he was rising through chaos. We'll navigate the Disney drama he inherited. We'll unpack the succession playbook he used to win the top job. We'll look at his incredible deal velocity. And finally, how he learned to self-disrupt and stay true to his values. Chapter 1. Humble Beginnings. Every great career starts somewhere. For Bob Iger, it was a journey from the studio floor to the corner office. His early work ethic was forged with early morning shifts at ABC, handling basic tasks like letting in the lighting crews. This unglamorous start gave him a powerful work ethic and what we call operational fluency, a deep ground-level understanding of the business. This hands-on experience allowed him to make truly informed decisions later on, setting him apart from leaders who only see the business from the top. Above all, starting at the bottom taught Iger humility, a trait that became a core strength of his leadership, helping him earn the trust and respect of everyone he worked with. Iger's leadership style was also shaped by 2 key mentors. From Roone Arledge, the head of ABC Sports, he learned the importance of relentless perfectionism. Arledge's focus on powerful storytelling and innovation taught Iger that excellence is a result of constant improvement. On the other hand, Tom Murphy taught him the value of empowerment. Murphy's respectful and frugal approach showed Iger the importance of trusting his people and creating a culture of decency, a lesson he would carry all the way to the CEO's office. Chapter 2. Rising Through Chaos. When Iger was thrown into the heart of Hollywood to run ABC Entertainment, his strategy was simple: lead by listening. He openly admitted his ignorance, telling his new team he knew very little about television comedy. This humility immediately built trust and allowed him to learn fast, proving that admitting what you don't know is a strength. He empowered his creative executives, giving them the autonomy to run hit shows like NYPD Blue. By observing his team and the business, he gained critical insights that built a strong foundation for his leadership. In Hollywood, Iger's humble and authentic approach actually accelerated his authority, earning him respect and proving that real leadership comes from a genuine willingness to learn. Iger also understood that failure is simply the price of innovation. He believed that big, ambitious misses, like the infamous flop of the musical show Cop Rock, are unavoidable when you're trying to create something new. He argued that leaders must publicly own these failures. Doing so keeps the team's appetite for risk alive and protects the culture of creativity that is essential for success. Chapter 3. Disney Drama. A critical lesson in Iger's career came from a major culture clash. When Disney acquired Capital Cities, it was a collision of 2 opposite worlds: Capital Cities' frugal, decentralized style versus Disney's centralized, glamorous machine. Iger saw firsthand that mismatched cultures can destroy a deal's value faster than any financial miscalculation. This taught him the vital importance of cultural integration, a lesson he would later apply to ensure the successful acquisitions of giants like Pixar and Marvel, allowing them to keep their unique identities while contributing to Disney. Iger also learned what happens when leadership at the very top becomes toxic. The public and bitter feud between then CEO Michael Eisner and his number 2, Michael Ovitz, created a poisonous environment throughout Disney. Iger witnessed how such a dysfunctional duo can drain an entire organization of its speed, honesty, and strategic focus. The conflict destroyed employee morale and blocked progress. The lesson was clear: leaders must cultivate a culture of respect and collaboration at the top. Avoiding toxic dynamics is absolutely crucial for long-term success. Chapter 4. The Succession Playbook. When the time came for Iger to campaign for the CEO role, he crafted his strategy carefully. He chose to focus on his vision for the future, rather than criticizing the past. He presented a clear 3-pillar strategy. First, create high-quality branded content. Second, fully embrace technology. And third, drive global expansion. This simple, forward-looking vision was memorable and actionable. It resonated deeply with the board, and by avoiding the trap of criticizing his predecessor, he positioned himself as a unifying leader, ready to drive Disney into a new era, ultimately winning the vote. This taught him that in any turnaround, a compelling vision of the future will always beat nostalgia for the past. To be clear, Iger's entire strategy was distilled into just 3 core priorities that everyone could remember and rally behind. 1. High-quality content. 2. Technology. And 3. Global reach. This powerful simplicity ensured the entire organization was aligned and moving in the same direction. Chapter 5. Deal Velocity. Iger's first major move as CEO was a massive bet, acquiring Pixar for $7.4 billion. The logic was simple. He needed to fix Disney's struggling animation division, and he knew Pixar's creative culture and brilliant leadership were the answer. To make the deal happen, he made a crucial promise to Pixar's leaders. Pixar stays Pixar. This commitment to preserving their unique and successful culture was the key that built trust and sealed one of the most successful acquisitions in entertainment history. Next, Iger identified another treasure that others had overlooked: Marvel. He saw immense potential in Marvel's deep library of characters, viewing it as a priceless asset. This insight led to the $4 billion acquisition, but the deal hinged on personal trust. Iger's friend Steve Jobs personally vouched for his integrity to Marvel's CEO, Ike Perlmutter, proving that personal relationships can be decisive in high-stakes negotiations. The Marvel acquisition showed that a clear strategic vision can unlock hidden gems that others miss. The acquisition of Lucasfilm required a different approach, a respectful legacy handoff. Iger engaged in a patient, 7-month courtship of George Lucas, showing deep respect for him as a creator and for the legacy he had built. The most challenging part of the negotiation was creative control, but Iger managed to stand firm while still empathizing with Lucas's emotional position. This balance was key. The premiere of The Force Awakens served as a successful public passing of the torch, ensuring a smooth transition for the beloved Star Wars franchise. This deal underscored the power of empathy in negotiation. Understanding the emotional stakes is what allows you to close transformative deals. Chapter 6: Self-Disrupt and Values. Perhaps Iger's boldest move was to disrupt his own company before a competitor could. He made the difficult decision to cannibalize his existing business by pulling Disney content from Netflix to launch a competing service, Disney+. It was a massive, risky pivot, but one that he knew was essential for long-term survival in a media landscape being reshaped by streaming. Iger also knew when to walk away. He seriously considered purchasing Twitter, but ultimately aborted the deal. Why? Because of a lack of brand alignment. He recognized that the platform's well-known toxicity and civility problems were fundamentally at odds with Disney's family-friendly brand values. The decision showed that even if a deal makes strategic sense on paper, it's not a fit if it compromises your brand's integrity. Iger understood that protecting Disney's reputation was far more valuable than any potential short-term gain. Finally, Iger proved that integrity is a non-negotiable value. When actress Roseanne Barr posted a racist tweet, Iger took swift and decisive action, firing her and canceling her hit show within hours. He put the company's values far ahead of financial considerations, sending a clear and powerful message. This unwavering commitment to integrity reinforced what Disney stood for and set an unambiguous standard for the entire organization. So what are the core principles we can take from Iger's ride? First, when you are truly convinced of your strategy, you must be willing to be bold and decisive to see it through. Second, always structure your organization for the future you want to create, not the past you are leaving behind. Third, remember that success is the result of a clear vision, relentless execution, and the courage to take massive risks. And finally, no matter how much success you achieve, never lose your humility or your sense of self. Always remember where you came from. From the studio floor to the CEO's chair, Bob Iger's ride was defined by these principles: humility, a clear vision, bold bets, and an unwavering commitment to values. The lessons from his journey offer a powerful playbook for any leader looking to navigate disruption and build an enduring legacy.